5 steps to kill self-help addiction forever. This actually works. Why you're addicted to self-help and how to fix it in 14 days. Don't watch another video without this rule. This actually works. Look at your screen time. You're not learning, you're hiding. You've consumed 100 hours of self-help content this year, and your life hasn't changed one single bit. You are using preparation as a socially acceptable excuse to remain completely paralyzed and weak. You wake up, listen to a podcast on the way to a job you hate. I used to have a library of unread books and a graveyard of abandoned Notion templates. Here is the uncomfortable truth the self-help industry doesn't want you to know. They profit from your consumption, not your transformation. In the next 3 minutes, I am giving you a 5-step protocol to break the self-help addiction and force you into the real world. This is the information fast. Rule number 1. First, initiate the 30-day information fast. But before you act, you have to stop the bleeding. The problem it solves, constant input, keeps your brain in a passive, receptive state, destroying your bias for action. The science/logic. Cognitive load theory proves that excessive information paralyzes decision-making and depletes working memory. The exact action. Unsubscribe from all self-help YouTube channels immediately. Delete podcast apps from your phone. Unfollow all motivation accounts on Instagram and TikTok. The consequence. If you skip this, your brain will just find new, slightly different ways to procrastinate. Power statement. Starve your distractions to feed your focus. Most people consume more to feel better. You will consume absolutely nothing. Rule number 2. Second, enforce the 1-to-1 execution ratio. Now that the noise is gone, you need a new rule for engagement. The problem it solves. You treat learning as the finish line instead of the starting block. The science/logic. The illusion of competence in cognitive psychology shows that consuming information tricks your brain into feeling like you've actually achieved the skill. The exact action. For every 1 hour of learning aloud, execute 1 hour of physical action. Read a chapter, do the drill, watch a tutorial, build the prototype. The consequence. Break this ratio, and you instantly revert to being a professional spectator. Power statement. Knowledge without execution is just expensive entertainment. Most people hoard knowledge. You will weaponize it. Rule number 3. Third, embrace the 14-day ugly execution rule. Here is the part everyone avoids. You're going to suck at first. The problem it solves. You avoid starting because you're terrified of being a beginner and looking foolish. The science/logic. Neuroplasticity requires friction. The brain only rewires and builds new myelin sheaths when it struggles and makes errors. The exact action. Pick one high-value skill to focus on. Commit to doing it poorly for the first 14 days. Give yourself explicit, written permission to fail. The consequence. If you wait until you feel ready, you will be waiting for the rest of your miserable life. Mastery is just a mountain of mistakes you were willing to make. Most people quit when it gets hard. You will expect it to be hard. Rule number 4. Fourth, conduct the daily proof of work audit. You need a system to hold yourself accountable when motivation dies. The problem it solves. You lack tangible evidence that you are actually improving, which kills long-term momentum. The science/logic. Behavioral reinforcement dictates that visible, immediate feedback loops trigger the dopamine release needed to sustain long-term habits. The exact action. Every night, write down one physical proof of work. Do not write, "I thought about it." Write, "I wrote 500 words," or "I lifted weights for 45 minutes. The consequence. Skip the audit, and your brain will slowly start lying to you again about how hard you're working. You cannot argue with a physical receipt of your effort. Most people track their feelings. You will track your facts. Rule number 5. Fifth, deploy the environment kill switch. Finally, willpower fails. You need to rig the game. The problem it solves. You rely on mental strength to avoid distractions, which is a finite, easily depleted resource. The science/logic. Ego depletion proves that willpower is a limited cognitive resource that drains throughout the day, making you vulnerable to cheap dopamine at night. The exact action. Put your phone in another room while working. Use website blockers like cold turkey on your PC. Make the distraction physically annoying to access. The consequence. Rely on willpower alone, and you will fail the second you get tired. Power statement. Amateurs rely on willpower. Professionals build bulletproof environments. Most people fight their environment. You will design it. Stop calling yourself a learner or a thinker. That is a coward's identity. You are a builder. You are an executor. These 5 steps aren't just a detox. This is the exact process of forging yourself into a man who actually gets things done. If you are done consuming and ready to execute, comment proof of work below. Subscribe to Path Discipline. This isn't a channel for motivation.